The past year has been a frightening time for the people of the Borderlands. A mysterious warlord has appeared from nowhere and begun massing an army amidst the mountains of the north and destroying everything in his path. The army is backed by a large number of other planar creatures. Demons, devils, and chaos avatars reinforce his more mundane goblin troops. They pour out of Mount Delkina, an ancient holy mountain, to replace any troops lost by the warlord. The major nations are squabbling amongst themselves and refuse to acknowledge the threat, so the Borderlands' only defense is its stock of hardy adventurers. The warlord's reinforcements must be cut off before anything else can be done. The gate the monsters are pouring through must be closed. Unfortunately, the only one with the power to do this passed away several years ago. The great wizard Grelminar's castle has decayed to a ruin. It is populated by several bands of evil creatures who use it as a base for raiding, and by other beings who have been magically caged by the wizard. You must retrieve Grelminar's staff, which holds the power to close rifts in the continuum. It should lie in his private laboratory on the third floor of his castle, but getting it will not be easy. Welcome to Dark Designs. I'm Alpha Star DX, joined here by Wit Sharper Than Fang, my traditional
Hello.
Alpha Thursday co-host,
Yeah, that's
and
me.
our third wheel and more famous Twitch host, Dee Dee the Vamp.
Hi, YouTube. Fuck you, YouTube.
Yeah, in case you haven't guessed by now, I'm not doing this one on Twitch like I usually do. That will probably be my policy from now into the future, but that's the future. This is right now. We got things to do.
Except while you're watching it, which will be then. But for us, it's now.
Yep,
But for where you are, it'll be someday.
yep. So we get early access, and you don't. LOL.
Unless
yeah,
you're a
you
time
know.
traveler. In which case, I'm sending Terminator and you're gonna fucking die.
Oops. I hold no responsibility for your deaths.
Hmm.
So Dark Designs is essentially an RPG, very much like a Dungeons and Dragons or a Pathfinder or what have you. So the first thing we have to do after hearing that backstory is add some characters. So, there are three classes. There are fighters, there are wizards, and there are priests. So your melee guys, your light magic, and your dark magic. So, you see 5 numbers on the right side of your screen here. Those represent the 5 roles that will mark your 5 stats to start out each character. Ranges from 11 to 18, so you start at 10 points and then a d8 is rolled for each of those numbers. That being said, these numbers suck. I like to go for at least 3 out of 5, 16 or higher, so that we actually have some decent fucking characters to go to battle with.
Yeah, if this was like a real DM, they could do something interesting with failure. But in something like this, really the only thing they can do is just not give you information.
Yep. So instead... Ooh, that's really good. So, how do we want to comprise our party of 4? Out of wizards, priests, and fighters.
I don't know. 2 fighters and 1 of each magic class?
That's my general philosophy. I was just curious what your ideas were.
I didn't realize we had 4, or we were forced to have 4.
Up to 4. Unless we want to be
Oh.
going somewhere dark with less than that. I sure as hell don't.
Have you ever tried it with a party of 3?
Yeah, near complete annihilation.
Bummer.
Do you have any thoughts, Dee?
Well, if that's the case with the party of 3, then go with what she suggested, which is 2 fighters and one of each.
Yep. All right,
Unless
cool.
we did 2 healers and then 1 of each.
A self-eating blender.
Well, let's see what happens with the traditional setup. So we'll do 2 fighters.
We can do the darkest dungeon thing and just have 4 crusaders.
Yeah.
The power of healing magic is a little too much to ignore, though. All right, let's do this. So intelligence is good for both attack and defense for magic. Piety is interesting because not only is it good for a priest to cast a healing spell, it's also good for anybody else when receiving a healing spell. So we want to have that number fairly high too for anybody else we're doing. So in building a fighter first, let's give him decent piety. Max his strength. Now dexterity is good for dodging, which pretty standard for any RPG. Constitution is good for HP and some defense. And then intelligence for defending against attack magic or casting attack magic, which I think for a fighter would be a little bit less of a priority. So give 13 to intelligence for that dude. And then 2 17s left. That's a pretty damn solid fighter.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So, would either of you like to play a fighter?
I was thinking of doing the priest.
You want the priest wit?
I think so.
And D, you said?
I said this sounds like my wheelhouse.
All right.
I mean, my wheelhouse in fucking D&D goes all over the fucking place.
I mean, that's the point, is to experience it all, but...
So you want fighter?
Yeah.
You got it. All right, number 2. Not bad, but I think we can do better.
What are you going to do, Alpha? The second fighter or the
I would also
mage?
like to be a fighter.
All right, do it.
There's a 10. I did not know it went below 11. I've got a 17 and 2 16s, but I really don't want to tolerate a 10.
That's between you and Dice Christ.
Yeah, let's shoot again. Give it a few more seconds and then I'll ease down a bit. Okay, that's good. So for the other fighter, of course, max strength. I think this one can sacrifice piety a little bit. And 16 constitution is still good. I like the power of dodging. Alright, next we'll create the wizard. Aha. Intelligence needs to be max for that. Strength is not quite as important. Give him a decent constitution. Maybe 17. We'll give him dodging power as well. This guy is the wizard. So who out of our circles do we nominate to be the wizard?
I mean, blue
Richard has a
is...
beard for it.
Richard is one. Blue is a kind of obvious one.
Mm-hmm.
The mage.
Mermage.
You know, I think the novelty of that one is a little too much to pass up.
Or
And finally, Jan Priest. good.
I could live with that.
Okay. All right. So piety is going to be high.
Yes, please.
Um,
And then
yeah, I'll let you,
I g-
yeah, go ahead.
I would is strength arguably the dump stat for this?
I mean, he will carry He will carry a melee weapon of some sort. I believe he's capable of wielding a staff. And the wizard is capable of wielding a dagger. So if he does need to melee, he can.
I don't think I'm going to be doing that much. I think I want strength to be my lowest.
So that'll be the 14.
Piety to be my highest.
18. So that's 2 16s and a 15 for the 3 in the middle.
"16 dexterity, 16 constitution, 15 intelligence."
Okay. And priest. And wit. Okay, now we've created our characters. Time to add them to the party. So here they are. We want our fighters up front, so D is 1, Alpha is 2, and then the last two comprise the back rows, so the order of that doesn't matter so much. Mage and Wit. Cool. And we'll save just to get them started.
How much money do we start with, if any?
400. And I'll show that.
Per character or per party?
For the party. Right. Let me move that out there, just so I can keep a backup copy of these characters should anything really stupid happen. So while we're in the town of Tabrobale, I'll style it as Tabrobale because it doesn't tell me. Here we heal up as soon as we walk in. All of our body points and magic points max back out. We can buy equipment, learn spells, revive anybody who's knocked out or dead or worse. Yes, there is worse. We will see that eventually. So let's first arm up the equipment shop.
Indeed.
Go down the line for each party member. So we'll begin with the fighters. So we have 400 gold. Here's what we can buy. The effectiveness of the weapons is pretty much lined up with how expensive they are. You got 7 weapons, 2 shields to work with. The battle axe and the two-handed sword are, well, by one definition, two-handed, meaning you can't carry a shield if you get that. So what's your approach?
Are there any weapons that the magic classes cannot use?
There are, and that will be shown on the screen once we get to them. I believe.
Okay, they'll make sure I know. Great.
Yeah. D, what's your approach here? Do you like a weapon and a shield, or 2 singles, or a two-hander?
Weapon and a shield.
All right. What would you like?
What the hell is the difference between the long and short sword in this game?
Attack power, basically. Longsword is a bit more powerful. Obviously, at the cost of more.
What does the spike shield do?
Spike shield allows you to attack with that shield as well as defend. Sometimes when the character being attacked is wielding that shield, they can counterattack.
Long sword and spike shield, though.
Okay, long sword, spike shield. It's down 65 gold. We still have 335. And my turn. Just for sake of demonstration, I'm going to take the two-handed approach. Two-hand sword.
If you like.
Alright, and now for the wizard.
Well, okay. Do learning spells cost money?
It does. Think we should do that first?
I would almost rather see that first.
Okay. Alright, so let me get my notes up here. So I mean, pretty self-explanatory if you've ever done one of these, but for those of you out there who haven't, magic missile, pretty much the standard wizard attack. Just create a bolt, throw it at the opponent, does a little bit of damage. The book I have here marks it as about equal to a short sword's damage. Speed. Increased speed.
Is it like D&D where it automatically hits?
Yes. I don't believe magic is dodgeable. So yeah, speed, strength, stun, that just inflicts whatever on whoever you're targeting. Obviously, don't be targeting your own people with stun. Don't be targeting enemies with speed or strength. Lightning Bolt is a theoretically stronger magic missile. Delivers 1 to 7 points of damage per caster level, for which we all start at level 1. So not too great in the beginning, but once we grow, we grow. Fireball shoots an entire column of enemies, 1 to 5 points of damage per level. Flame Strike hits every monster, front, back, everywhere, for 1 to 4 points per level. And Death Ray usually kills one monster no matter how many body points it has. So that gets super important at a very particular point in this campaign. But to start out, what do we want to purchase?
And the healing spells do not cost money to learn. It's just a thing I have.
No, the priest spells also have to pay money to buy spells at this same rate. And it's also worth noting that spells A through H take 1 through 8 magic points to use in that order. So right now, Mage couldn't even use a Flame Strike or a Death Ray with her current cap of 6.
Expensive.
Well, we at least need
we kind of have to go 50 in order to
we gotta at least
leave room for me and also give her other things.
Yeah, we got to be able to at least let her fight. What's your philosophy on party strengthening moves?
It's good, but I don't know if we'll need them in the beginning. I'm hoping there will be other towns.
There's not, actually. There's this town, and then there's the one castle. Like,
do we come back to this town ever?
Diablo.
Oh, all the time.
Oh, okay.
We'll always come back here whenever we need to.
It's Diablo rules.
Yeah. I mean, you'll see how close the entirety of the campaign is to this town once we get out there. But basically, we'll be coming back here often. Anything more?
I would start out with the magic missile.
Alright, we've already got that. Just made that purchase.
Oh. Then nothing yet. She needs a dagger still.
Okay, so let's go to the equipment shop. And here's how it's marked that somebody can't use something.
Okay, and the staff doesn't actually provide any magical benefit?
No, but it is a more powerful damage weapon than the dagger is. And it's cheap, so I see no reason not to get it. And especially since the wizard can't use a shield. May as well. And now it is your turn. Here's what you can do. You have the token Cure Light Wounds. Caster level and target piety modify the amount healed. Dispel Undead is an extremely effective spell when you get to the point of fighting zombies, etc. Bless will have 1/4 of the attacks directed at them magically warded off. Lasts for 1 battle. Cure Serious Wounds, a stronger Cure Light. Death's Door, also an extremely valuable spell because reviving somebody who's knocked out is expensive. That one will revive a knockout. Just a knockout? Yeah, just a knockout. He'll still have 0 body points, but he'll be able to act normally and recover normally whilst in the town. So that's pretty good. Banishment. The more evil the target is, the more damage they will take. Demons and devils are hit hardest by that spell. Word of Recall instantly teleports the entire party back to town. And Cure All Wounds, basically level 3 of Cure. So these spells are incredibly tactically important the deeper we get into this castle. But to start out, what do?
Cure and bless.
Cure, bless.
And then what can I afford equipment-wise?
You can afford a staff, a mace, and a shield. So basically, you can buy the two-handed staff or the single-handed mace, and we can get a few more gold and get you the shield.
The classic mace and shield healer.
Okay. Do we buy...
Shield TBD.
Alright, so buy the mace first?
Yes.
Okay. Alright.
And so one person having a mace, if this system works anyway, like I think it does, you might want to have a blunt weapon around for like skeletons or some shit.
Does it have a damage type system?
Not really, no. Not here. That's a very sound thought for anything that's true to form RPG, but for this one, it's a bit light for that. All right, so we have spells, we have equipment, we have characters. Shall we? So we have the forward view on the left and the map view on the right. First goal, 15 gold to get you that shield. So as we wander, we get more of the map.
Do you want to perimeter the walls?
Yep.
Always go the wrong way first.
Well, that, and I want to make sure there's nothing outside that we can use before we go inside. Oh, here we go. Our first combat. We're on the right, they're on the left. You can see the enemy types and designations. So we got a skeleton.
Is that their HP?
Did you take the spell undead?
No.
We do not have Dispel Undead.
I didn't realize they'd be here so fast.
Oh, it's early yet. We should be okay. Famous last words, right? Alright, so at any given time you can attack, cast a spell, use an item that'll become important as we find them. The shop does not sell any. Exchange weapons, forward, back. I think I actually forgot something fairly important here. Let's actually run. There we go. Yeah, so I forgot a thing. We have to arm ourselves. We have to equip the weaponry.
Oh.
So, let's do that. So, by going into the dialogue of each character, let's ready... are you a righty attack or a lefty attack? D.
Right, I guess?
Okay, so the longsword and then the spiked shield. We have no armor
Honestly,
yet.
there's a whole tangent about that.
Oh?
I may be a lefty who's been forced to use my right hand for my entire life, and that may have caused some problems.
No.
Let me guess. Catholic upbringing?
No.
Okay. Because
I don't know how it happened.
Oh.
I say forced. No one really forced me to. I think it was like a misunderstanding, and then I just kept doing it even though I shouldn't have. So now I write with a death grip on my right hand.
Gotcha. Yeah, see, I say Catholic upbringing because that was exactly how my mother was. She did everything left-handed before being told, nope, wrong. For that reason. Alright. So on each...
Mormon upbringing.
Yeah, so for each character, you can also see here level, XP, how much XP to level up, and how much gold they've got. And
Is the gold tally individual or for the party?
not sure. We can check that as we go here, because I think we've burned... Oh wait, no. We can find out, because I think we still have some money. So I'll answer that question.
Someone has 10 gold somewhere.
Yeah, so I will answer that as we roll on here. For right now, let's ready the two-hand sword, which will skip left hand. No armor, no ring. Can view the spells being carried anytime as well. and even cast them in the field, which is really good for healing and going back to the town repeatedly. Because magic points... Yeah, magic points go back up 2. And ready staff. And ready the mace. Yep, so you are currently carrying the 10 gold.
I guess because I was in the shop last?
It might have been.
I mean, that's me searching for logic where there may be none.
It might have been that they drained character A's gold first, his 100, and then character B's, and then C's, and then D's. That's only a guess. I didn't actually check that.
No, but it's certainly plausible.
It's a tip to make sure the cleric keeps us alive.
Yep. Actually, Alpha's hurt, so by going anywhere outside this perimeter, we get back to town. And unfortunately, body points don't heal by going back. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to call
Have me cure and just walk back?
Yep. So you saw me walk back into town. Alpha's health is still 34. Cast on Alpha. 10 points gets us back to full. One of your magic points goes down. Back to town. And the magic point is back.
Great. Convenient.
Alright, let's finish our wanderings. Okay, nothing out here, so let's see if we can speed us our way to... Whoops. See if we can speed us our way to a combat. I will give it 3 laps before I head into the castle proper.
And we're gonna try and grind.
Yep. 1. A lone wolf. Now, if we were to try to attack without equipment, it would just say no weapon and not let us do it. So,
no unarmed attack, huh?
Yep. So we decide our movements in the order listed, and then dexterity is the main factor in who goes when. So, D, would you like to attack this wolf or back up?
Kill the dog.
Kill the dog. So now...
Is she able to back up if someone is standing behind her?
Probably not, but she is up front as a fighter.
Kill.
Yep. So, and you can see the designations once we go into attack or cast mode. The wolf is A. That's the attack. I am going to do the same thing. And...
You can attack diagonally, or do you have to move up a space first?
No, if you're in front, you can attack the front. Back can't attack anybody. Unless they're magic. So,
You said the mage went forward, would she, like, just appear above or below the knights? Or do you have to designate down and then left?
I might have to... I don't know if I can do this, but I might have to actually change the default order of this. 1 and 2 are inherently up front, 3 and 4 are inherently in back as a default.
I mean, right now, you see how the option is to go forward or back?
So I could move her forward right now. If I were to say back, she can't do it because she's already in the back row.
Okay, so it's not like a whole field where you maneuver around. It's just which line.
Yep. Again,
Are things in the back generally safe unless something is ranged?
Yes. So front. So the only attacks that can happen are front to front.
What about magic?
Well, magic can attack anything. If you're going melee, like if you're going melee, then it's got to be front.
Do they have ranged weapons in this?
In as much as magic.
Okay, but like no arrow troops.
Right. Nope, there's melee and there's magic. That's all we have here.
Nice and simple.
Yep. So that having been said, mage can cast her spell, her magic missile, on the wolf.
Might as well.
Now, what would you like to do?
We're still designating, huh?
You can pass if you wish. Or move forward in order to attack.
I will pass.
Okay. It gives us a chance to go back if we messed up a command, which we didn't. So here we go. D with high dexterity goes first. Massive hit. It's already gone. And
Dang.
Kill.
and it saves Mage the use of that magic missile.
That is true.
So nobody gets any money but 40 experience apiece, which will get us started on the road to 1,000. Alright. Let's try that again. Ideally something with money. This ogre might do it. D, we have
Probably the same marching orders, right?
Unless anyone wants to change anything.
Kill.
Kill. I would also like to kill. And in contrast, I think I'm going to have Mage kill. And
I might bless somebody.
Whom would you like to bless?
You don't have a shield, so I'll go with Alpha.
Alright, so casting C on 2. And here we go. And good for 8 points. That's half its health on the magic missile. Hey!
9
Got
down
most
to
of
2.
And D gets another kill.
11. Damn, D's carrying.
Unfortunately, because your target, me, is still alive, it
Still alive.
uses the blast.
Well, I figure you'll be headed down towards town soon,
Yeah.
so we can just pop through.
Each member gets 6 gold, which is enough for the shield goal. So let's see that real quick. 6 gold, 6 gold, 6 gold, 16 gold. Communally,
If you're willing to donate to the cause.
Communally, that is 34 gold. And shield for you. Alright, and save, continue. Let's mount that. Ready.
Yes.
Are
Thank you for remembering to equip it.
Are you a righty or lefty attacker?
Right.
You're a righty. So mace there, shield there, no armor, no ring. And you have 9 gold, everybody else is depleted. That must be the system that they're using for this. All right.
Definitely looking that way.
Let's save with the shield mounted. And unless we want to grind anymore, I think we're good to go inside.
That, I guess I would defer to your expertise as having played this game before if you think the first few challenges are easy enough for us to handle.
I'm also crazy. But
that is the part that worries me.
likewise, I am maintaining an active backup here in case stupidity happens. So, shall we go left or right?
I guess left.
Yeah. Let's cover the open area first before we go through any doors. Directly north of the entrance to the Western Bastillon. West side of the old tower. There are also secret walls in here, which we'll be better off checking out after we've seen what we can actually see here, because there won't be any secret walls anywhere that there's not an unexplored territory. Suspicious
There
looking
won't
gazebo
be any
to the
secret
east.
walls anywhere there's not an unexplored territory.
So, like,
Disgustingly pink door.
before we get into the encounter, I'll explain that comment. So you see all this blue
Please.
down south of where we're at right now?
Right?
So the little protrusion on the right wall there is a door. If after going
Okay, I
through that
figured.
door there's still unexplored stuff, there may be a secret wall somewhere leading to a secret room. We'll get
Oh,
further.
but we won't be able to tell roughly where it is.
Right,
They'll sort of show us on the map with negative space
right.
where something might be. I thought they were just delineating like what the tower looked like.
Unfortunately, nothing like that. So we have pixies. D.
If the fighters go first, I don't think we're in any trouble. Oh, I bet they have high dex though. So I guess if they hit, we're not in any trouble. I have a feeling I know what her answer will be.
So do I, but I gotta hear it.
Kill.
Kill. Which pixie would we like to kill? The one with 4 HP or the
Don't
one with...
care.
Don't care? Alright. I'm going to give you the glorious one. The big one with 6. I'm going to take the wimp
So
with...
big.
I'm going to take the wimp with 4.
Oh, whoa.
And mage... I'm actually going to have mage pass, because I don't think we're going to need her. Let's
Yeah,
say, right?
same.
Pass? Okay. Here we go. And Pixie B goes first.
You-
Dodge. Hooray.
Good.
And dodge. And dead. Pixie dodged me. Alright.
Same again, I think.
Yeah, let's keep on going. Ouch.
Ooh, okay.
Now the Pixie does live with 0 HP.
Why?
Not sure. It just survives with 0 for reasons I don't understand. But
Do all things do that or just pixies?
all things.
Okay, you made that a little ambiguous.
Except us. Nice double standard, huh? If I were to hit 0,
Oh.
I would be KO'd. A strong enough hit and I would be dead. Like enough below 0.
Mm-hmm.
But regardless, the spike shield deals with it, so victory. Goodly amount of gold and goodly amount of experience.
You're still okay.
Oh yeah, we don't need to go back to town just yet. Continue on inner perimeter. Ah, an alcove. We'll check that out shortly. Alright, cool.
I guess that might be now.
Yep, up. A manticore. This
Ooh, that feels intense for this early in the game.
this looks like our first real challenge. What do?
D, we
Kill.
need your catch.
Kill.
Yeah, I was gonna say we need your catchphrase.
And I shall do likewise. Not taking this chance. Mage is going to attack with the missile. What
I'm
will
gonna
you...
bless Alpha again.
Okay. Spell. Bless. Alpha. He hits me for 5. Gets a second attack and hits me for 11 more.
Yeesh.
Gets a third with spikes, which I dodge. And dodges
He
D.
dodged D.
Dodges D again.
Gall dang.
7-pointer on the magic missile. Another dodge.
Gall
And
dang.
thank you for the blessing. This could get interesting. I'm assuming the fighters are going to maintain the kill stance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there room in the back row for more than 2 people? Like,
Yes.
if you went back, would someone be forced to come up?
No. I can... Well,
Oh.
somebody could step back. I do not wish to do that. I want to try and get one more attack.
If he dies, he dies.
What would
We
you...
can't afford to revive him.
Actually, we could.
Oh,
This
If
early.
he dies, he dies.
No.
Cure Alpha.
We can cure deadness in the town.
I mean, the monetary cost.
Is actually pretty low early on. I think it's only like 25 or something. As we
Oh,
level up,
that's not
though,
terrible.
as we level up, though, it gets more expensive.
Huh. Bit of a racket, but okay.
Hmm.
Cure Alpha, I think I said.
Okay, so spell, cure light, alpha. Another 7-pointer. D dodges. D gets hit for 11. D dodges. D hits for 5. And dodge. Alpha hits for 8. Gets 9 points back. Thank you, Wit. Cool. Still see no reason to step back. Attack, attack. Attack.
Pass.
It looks
Pass.
so goofy.
Yeah, the face is difficult to be intimidated by.
Only 2 points
Not a
that
great
time.
magic missile.
That's a hit. That's another hit.
It looks like
That's
Oh.
a dodge.
It looks like if Tefra had a forked tail.
Does a bit. That is kind of her face. Well,
Hit.
she needs the ears.
Hit for 3, hit for 4. This thing is close.
It is. Do you
Alright.
think you will live long? And I think you should go to the back line.
You think so?
I can't guarantee that you will live.
That's probably fair. So I'll have D continue to kill. I will step back. I will have Mage attack again.
I will cure Alpha.
Okay. Yeah, yours is easily the most dynamic class here. Ah, look at that. The bless wards it.
Finally.
And a dodge, and a dodge.
Wow, great.
I haven't been able to
Dodge
move back
D.
yet, so that was actually really the best outcome.
That was kind of huge, yeah.
Dodge, dodge. And Mage gets a
Magic
kill.
missile.
Alright. Enough goofing off. Time to go back.
Yes, let's go home.
Alright, so before we go out, I'm going to... what's the sequence here? 4, S, A... Oh, you've used all yours up. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, then... Now let's do it. 4, S, A, 2, A, 2, A, 2.
There we go.
Save. Roll on. Now, about that alcove in the east.
What do you think the respawn situation is?
I mean, the big fights don't come back, like the fixed ones, but there are always randoms out there. Not an extremely high rate.
Yeah, it seems manageable.
North or
The
south?
ones we've been in cat.
Yeah, yeah.
South.
Okay.
This shouldn't be too far to go.
West door, east door?
East.
East. Puts us in the southeast tower, and we've got kobolds.
Yeah. Oh, little bitty baby guys.
What do you think
It's
about?
just a question of hitting them.
What do you think about the approach of move everybody forward and just beat them all to death with their HPs as they are?
Yeah, but I don't know what their attack stat is. It's
mean,
probably
Let's
not
find out.
crazy.
Move forward. Club their heads in.
Everybody but me can move forward.
All right, so let's fight.
You have a mace and a
Yeah.
shield. Get up there and beat ass.
I will not.
D, who should we attack out of this group? You and me as the fighters.
I'll take the 5. You take the 6 because yours does a little bit more than mine.
You got it. So
Does it? You did more damage the first 2 times.
I've got the two-handed sword though, which is inherently more powerful.
Yeah, well, you keep fucking whiffing.
Well, that's not the weapon's fault. Anyway, so D goes after leader D. I go after leader C. I am going to have Mage step forward. And your move, Wit.
Pass
Okay.
for now.
That's a miss. Spiked shield hits, barely alive. Mage moves up. Dodge. My leader's gone. And one of the kobolds gets me, and gets me. That ain't bad. Does that answer your question for relative attack stat?
Yes.
Okay. Who would you like, D?
Roy.
You want to take out the
Don't
one
care.
that's on the floor? I'll give you the one that's on the floor, writhing. I'll take A. I will have...
Dinner.
Actually, slight change of...
I'll have you know.
Hmm.
I'll have you know I take the fucking 40 points of damage in D&D this Monday because I had just fucking drank a bunch of blood from a fucking cultist. So I survived the leader's Alu Akbar explosion.
What are you
Oh,
doing?
goodness.
What are you doing drinking the HIV?
It didn't even...
Yeah, what? Are you, like, playing a vampire?
I'm playing a vampire, which is, you know,
Of
half
course.
Oh,
blood.
the Dampier?
Yeah, that would do
Yeah.
Okay, because if you
And,
weren't, and that's what your character chose to do, I'm no longer on your side.
it.
No, I'm a vampire, and the party did not know that till that night when some fucking cultist lunched another party member, and my character had had enough, especially after having not drank for like a whole week. And I was like, fuck it, nom.
Yep.
That's a pretty good reveal.
I like it.
The explosion did 40 points of damage. It didn't break my base health level. It just burned off all the temporary HP I got.
I could think of worse outcomes.
Yeah, it sounds like it was fortuitous.
Alright, slight change of plans. D, you and I are going to go after the guys who actually have HP. Since mage is the...
Okay.
Whoops, hang on. Let me do that the right way. Attack A, attack B. And
Yeah,
I'll
that
have,
actually makes more sense.
Yeah, I'll have mage attack the one that's near death because lower attack power. And wit,
Move up,
move up. And
just
forward.
in case you guys can't finish it off.
I got mine. D did not. Again, barely alive,
so
and
close.
another dodge. And mage cannot damage it. Damn that thick, high natural armor. And
Again.
again. Everybody, rock your body. Backstreet's back. All right. One kobold
Alright.
dead. One kobold dead. Yay. And money and power. Anything in here? Apparently
I guess
not.
a cure on Dee Dee.
Yeah. 4.
I at least want her in the 30s.
Ouch.
And you have your
Yeah,
wish.
fine.
Okay. Now the west door. It seems to be a hall of doors. Westmost, eastmost, or middle.
Have we been in the room at the end of the hall? It's black.
That may just be on our natural map. I'm not sure.
Do
Do we go west, north, or south, basically?
South, I suppose.
Guest room. And there are people here. 2 ogres and a troll.
Run.
Nope, failed.
Spicy.
So a failed attack means they go after us, and that's the damage. Try to run again.
I mean, did we take any damage?
A little bit. I took some.
Yeah, whatever, I don't care. I don't think we can win this.
Thanks a lot. Alright, I'm running. Alright.
Okay. I guess jot that down in our mental... was that a random or a fixed, do you suppose?
Probably fixed, but I'm not taking that chance until we heal. Now let's try that again. Just to see.
No.
I can always reload.
Yes.
It's fixed, but apparently their HPs are not.
I don't
look-
like the HP
Yep.
points that troll had. I don't like that even more.
And that's exactly the scenario. Alright.
Okay, reload.
I will in a sec. I just want to demonstrate
I
this.
did.
Alright, fine.
Alright, so heal at the temple. And if you want to heal body points, which is absolutely useless to do as long as you have a cure light, we'll not be donating that. Now, if we want to heal somebody who's dead, that'll probably be patently more expensive. 42 is actually not bad to bring back a
Right,
dead.
but we have a save because this was all experiment anyway. I'm
Yep.
not going to encourage a ton of saves coming, but this one I think was designed mostly just to be a teaching moment.
Yep. So we'll do this. Just to do that.
Return your bitch ass back to the soil.
Yep. And stand by a moment while I...
To do.
Oh, this is nothing.
Well, you have to restart your stream.
I know. And I shall. Let me get where we were. And then we'll bring this back up. Cool. Now, wait, what am I doing? Did I fuck up? I think I fucked up and didn't make the backup I should have made. Oh well. Speed run. Whee!
You maybe should heal D.
I will do that momentarily. Alright. And scum. And
This again.
yep.
I would move forward this time.
Yep. Okay. So we know we're not gonna go south yet.
Correct.
And HP is fine for this moment.
I would go west.
West. Main antechamber. Alright. West or north?
Is there any difference between these doors?
Presumably not if we can... Oh. An orc.
For
A
level...
lone fucking
Oh,
orc.
a little... That's a very low HP.
You want to move up?
Kill him.
Can we recruit it?
Unfortunately, no. You want to move in on him or do something else?
I'll move it.
Okay. Well. Thanks for your services
What
anyway.
was that? Yeah, right? That was that.
And, yeah, it looks like both north doors lead to the same room. The west or north.
Is that a place we've been, or is that just another, like...
That was there already. I'm guessing the map gave us a couple rooms on the first floor.
West
West.
is my vote.
A lot of creatures, but not a lot of HP.
Or- Yeah,
We can take them.
I suppose. Okay.
Alright. D, you want one of the Niners? Or just somebody else?
Yeah, I'll take him.
Thing. I'll give you B. I'll take 12. Should we have mage attack
Get
a
rid of the
wolf or
level, the one goblin.
get rid
Just
of the
to
one
get it out
goblin?
of the way.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Spell, missile, goblin, F. What will you do?
Now, do I want to bless somebody? I'm gonna bless Alpha again.
Okay. Bless 2. That worked. Good hit. Thank you. Good hit. Excellent kill. And that's a hit. Goblin moves up. Bless! And miss. Not a bad first round.
No, that was pretty good.
Who do you want, D?
Got one hard target still.
The C then. Give you him. I will take D. Mage did alright against the goblin. I think I'll give her that. And Wit.
I think I'm gonna wait one more round and then decide whether or not I'm curing you.
And pass. Couple light hits. Light hit. Barely alive. Light hit. Light hit. Dodge. Light hit. Cool.
I would say probably same targets. And I think I'll continue to wait.
What say you, D? You want the same target or switch?
Yeah.
Alright. You get to finish him. I'm going to go after A this time. I will have mage attack C. And wait, you say pass again?
Yep.
Okay. 1 dead. 2 dead. Only a couple left. New target, D?
Kill goblin.
Kill goblin. I'll take the wolf. I will have mage attack the wolf with me in case the stupid happens. And wait.
And I will cure Alpha.
Okay. Spell.
Stupid.
Cure light. Alpha. 1 dead. Thank you. 2 dead. We win. Fantastic.
Alright. Get out of here.
Yep. The crazy in me wants to do this.
No.
Alright, we're out. Okay, and we have
Use
one.
up my last point.
Yep. Spell. Cure light. And alpha. And
Hop back inside and outside of the gate a couple of times.
yep. Alright, everybody's fine now. Quit. Continue. Go. Scum.
Just saving is not save scumming.
Well, no, I'm copying the folder each time I leave town.
Is that not saving?
Well, it's saving our progress from before the last time we entered town, but I don't want the full party death would kill all the characters and they would disappear permanently and we'd have to restart.
Oh, interesting. They wouldn't be like in the stable of characters to play again.
Nope. Which is the only reason I'm doing
Fascinating.
it that way. Okay, north, south, west.
South.
Servants' quarters. 2 goblins.
Easy peasy,
Yep.
presumably.
You want the strong or the weak? Sorry, D.
She probably wants to beat up the strong if I know her.
Yeah, probably.
All right. You get A. I get B. I'll move mage forward. You want to come up?
Might as well.
Okay.
Honestly, if there's a strong target and I'm not dying, just fling me like an angry pit bull at it.
You got it. Yep, easy peasy. Nothing here, unfortunately.
Then west next, I suppose.
A decaying tower.
Decay tower.
And if it was a fixed fight, it would have been just as we stepped inside. So this guy's just a random little dipshit. So
He's just a little guy. It's just his birthday.
I feel bad. You wouldn't hurt a little birthday boy, would you?
I totally did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm guessing you
I
wouldn't.
threw his cake on the ground.
I feel a little bad.
Northwest, northeast. We don't know whether they're the same room.
Northwest, I suppose.
A maintenance room. Proceed or redirect.
Redirect. Northeast.
Servants' quarters. Two little dipshits.
Charged!
That I once knew. Alright, I'll take... Or rather, D takes B, I take A. Forward, forward.
I expect this problem to be taken care of by the time I get there.
And it was.
Excellent.
Proceed.
Yeah, I suppose.
A small washroom. And that's that.
Makes sense. Redirect. Press forward on the other side.
Okay. An empty hallway.
It's a long hallway.
Three
It's
doors.
a very long hallway.
Northeast or northeast?
North.
North. The northwest tower. What they lack in power, they make up for in numbers, but I don't think we'll have any problem whatsoever.
So can you attack people in their back line?
No. Only mage can do that with her magic missile right now.
I mean, aim for the priest.
Aim for the priest? Alright.
I assume it's a healer.
Most likely. So.
And as my brother once said, get the healer!
Alright. D,
I
I'll
think
give
he
you...
said a lot more angrily, didn't he?
This was like back when we were kids. He was like quoting something, but I always remember, or he was like joking about some video game NPC's strategy. But I just always remember the tone of voice with which he said it, and like this like trumpeting call that he would never say unless he was putting words in somebody else's mouth.
Alright, D, I'll give you A. I will take B.
Makes sense.
Mage is going after the priest. And what will you do?
It might be Bless Alpha again.
Bless me. Alright.
You know what? No. I'd rather just spend them on cures than on the Bless, because these are fairly low damage each time. So, pass.
Okay.
Please.
And it worked. The priest is dead.
That was fast. You'd expect it to have better magic defense.
Yep.
Ding dong, the priest is dead.
All the kills we wanted
I
are
say
made.
as I fire my 50 caliber deagle into the church window.
Yeah.
Alright. Everybody is up front now. I'll give you the strong I'll give you the strong one, D. How's that?
You know my policy.
I do. F. I will take E. I'm gonna move mage up, because no one else is really a threat. Wit.
I'd also move up.
Forward. Love that spiked shield second attack.
Yeah, that kind of slaps. I wish I could use it.
Alright. Still 3 alive, that's okay. Alright. D gets the leader. I'll take C. I'll have mage take D. Would you like to supplement anybody?
Mage, I guess.
I think I had
I
Mage go
expect this
after.
problem to be.
Yeah, probably, but yeah, I think I sent Mage after D, so there you go.
Sounds familiar.
The staff didn't work.
And it dodged
The
me.
long sword did. The two-hand sword did.
Well, that's embarrassing, but I suppose that's what we keep you guys around for.
I think just melee the son of a bitch. Just take him out.
Kill
Swarm!
him!
And D gets the kill.
Beat him to death!
That is a level up. Unfortunately,
Yay.
they're empty body points and empty magic points, so we're going to have to reload those.
Well, then let's head to town.
Indeed.
And then I am interested in our gold total.
Oh yeah, we'll check that out. Let me take care of the heals first.
Yeah, run me dry.
D, Cure Light Alpha, Cure Light Mage, Cure Light Wit. Everybody's good. To town. Alright. Let's go to the priest magic shop to see our total. 237. If you'd like to mull over getting another spell or two, do that while I relieve myself. I did not have the foresight before BRB.
I think I'm going to save up for Word of Recall, because as we get deeper into the castle, I predict a time when the walk back will start to feel pretty dangerous. And also, I'm sick of it. So if you support my decision, would like to save up a little more and then spend all of the party's money yet again.
Didn't he say he's gonna be right back?
Yeah, I'm just discussing it with you.
Oh. I was gonna say either do that or get the spell undead to be able to just clear undead, but...
Yeah, I am also a little torn on that one. It does sound useful. But this way we could fight the things and just heal and go back.
True.
I thought you're a fighter. I thought you liked hitting things with your big dumb sword.
I like the enemy dying efficiently, too.
Oh. I suppose that makes some sense.
I like hitting things with my sword. I also like nuking, though.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm psyched for Ray of Death or whatever it's called. Undodgeable, just dies no matter how big it is.
Yeah.
Alright. What would you like to do?
Nothing yet.
Nothing yet? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do we think it's worthwhile at this point for Mage to learn anything?
We could afford stun. That wouldn't be bad to have.
Yeah, if there's anything on this list that's catching my eye, it's stun.
Want to do that?
Yeah, yeah.
Cool. And we have it. So that'll use 4 points each time. Okay.
Damn.
And folder copy. And onward.
Well, it's nice that the magic users have broken 40 HP.
Yep.
That makes me feel a little safer.
Alright. Where do we wish to go?
Oh, are there doors in the walls down
There
to the south, east, and west?
There are.
Let's take a southwest.
Southwest. A fairly powerful fixie in that little one square hallway. Well, D, I gotta hear it.
Does she have any choice?
No.
Oh, you just
Kill.
want her to say it.
I just wanted her to say kill. Because you know I like hearing kill.
I want to rip its head off and drink it like a fucking Slurpee.
A juice box.
I'll rip your head off and shit down your neck.
The undodgeable magic would probably be pretty useful at this point.
Yeah, pixies are good for that.
I guess move forward.
Forward.
Oh, damn.
Nice.
Oh, I think I just decapitated it.
I think so.
You get your juice box after all.
Proceed.
Yeah.
The West Bastillion hallway. Pixie, and evil unicorn.
This might be a time to test out that stun.
All right. You've got choices
Evil
this time.
unicorn?
You've got choices this time, D.
My vote
I
is
think
to
we should
try
prune
and...
off the two. We should prune off the two pixies before we focus on the unicorn. But
All right.
I think I agree.
I'll defer to your judgment.
Yeah, this time there's a reasonable difference in HP. Do you want the strong one or the weak one?
Which of us is more likely to immediately kill one of them?
I've got a big bulky weapon. You've got two distinct attack possibilities.
That's
Guess
true,
I'll
you
make a
often get
weaker
two
one.
attacks.
See if I can knock it the fuck out.
Take out the bigger one?
No, throw me the smaller one.
Okay. A. I will take B. I will have mage attack the unicorn.
I think you should stun the unicorn.
Oh, stun the unicorn. That's a good move. And C. Forgot that was a wizard spell.
Oh, yeah, I don't really have much to do yet.
Alright.
I'll wait until you guys are hurt.
The stun appears to be successful.
Fantastic.
Magic missile hits you. D gets dodged. D gets dodged.
Crap.
Bummer.
Reasonable hit for me. Minor hit. Okay, so the stun took effect. I don't know. Actually, I do know. Where is it on my little book? If the spell is successful, the target will stand motionless for several rounds without attacking or dodging. Several. And
Love that.
I can see the inverted letter C on the evil unicorn. I guess that signifies that the stun is in effect. So,
What do you mean invert? Where? Inverted color-wise,
Yeah.
not shape. Got
Yeah.
it.
all right. D. Try that again or another approach.
Try it again.
Okay, you get A. I'll go after B again. I think now would be a good time to start shooting missiles at the things that do move. So I will have, I'll have mage supplement B. And your call wit.
Move forward.
Forward. Little hit. Pixie knows Cure Light.
Bummer.
But it cast on itself with no damage, so... Oops. Good hit. Good hit. Unicorn is still stunned.
Good.
Think we need to get
How
rid
do
of...
you know?
You notice the
We
colors...
think...
Yeah, I think the color inversion on the C next to the evil unicorn signifies a status defect.
Okay.
At least that's my guess. I'm watching it carefully.
It also... I'm hoping it will announce when it's no longer stunned.
Yeah, we'll see. Same pixie?
Yeah.
Okay. Debating whether I want to go after the pixie myself or focus on the unicorn and let everyone else deal with the other pixie. What do you want to do, Whit?
I was planning... I think I was going to hit the pixie.
Alright.
Well, if you were gonna go after it, I would start on the unicorn, and then we could do vice versa. It probably makes more sense for me to try the pixie.
Alright. Then I'll fuck the unicorn. And I'll have Mage fuck the unicorn. Actually, I should just taunt the unicorn, but whatever.
I was searching for what word that was. Like, provoke, annoy, poke.
Unicorn taunting was the name
That's
of
what
the
it
event.
was. I couldn't remember the verb. I'm weirdly tired.
Yeah.
I think it's sitting still.
Alright, so you get the pixie. Little hit there.
God damn it.
I got a nice little hit there. Did I screw something up? Could have sworn I had you pass. What the fuck happened? I don't know what happened there.
Oops. I wanted to hit it.
Did I do that thinking it was a magic missile?
Oh, that's possible.
I may have.
I'm
Alright.
a melee fighter.
Alright, my restitution is going to be I'm going after that pixie. Because I majorly screwed that one up. Attack C. And attack.
I guess B.
Let's go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Alright.
Pixie did some casting.
God, it only gained health that round.
Alright. Oh, Mage is out. Forward.
Bummer.
I'll move her up. Do you still want the pixie?
We have to get B to die.
Yeah.
Oof.
Alright, I'm very confused now. I know for a fact I did an attack. And yet it says you healed it. What the fuck am I doing wrong?
That's a good question.
Alright, I gotta... Alright. A.
We remembered to equip the weapon.
Yep. Alright. Alpha, attack, B. Mage, attack, B. Wit, attack. And I did hit A. Attack, B. It did right this time. We're having some real trouble getting Pixie A, though.
Yeah, one more with me attacking.
Finally.
Christ.
That Pixie's got a shield.
How to shield. Okay, I'm healing Mage.
Okay. All hands on Unicorn. Or on Pixie, rather. Spell, Cure Light, Mage.
Attack Pixie.
Attack Pixie. Finally. You mean to tell me we don't get to kill the stunned creature? Oh, that's...
I think I'm okay with that.
Aw.
That's mysterious.
Oh, well.
That was a lot of rounds for it to remain stunned. I'm a little
was.
surprised.
Alright. Let's do spelling.
Man, I wish I gained experience every time I cast heal.
I know.
Be fucking unstoppable.
Okay. I mean, what do you think of this as a simple D&D?
It only scratches part of the itch.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think it's good for kids who are at the stage where they don't much care about the story, and they also can't handle too complex of an attack system.
Yeah, I agree.
Um,
But I've never
'Cause
streamed a D&D thing before, and I figured this might be a good starting place.
yeah, I mean, I can see why it is as simple as it is. It's a great use of what a computer could do at the time. I think it's super clever. I think they did a really interesting job making the graphics with this much limitation. I think it is actually super clear and readable. Um,
Do you think it's a one
but there's
session
like, yeah, I mean,
for our purposes?
after you recover the staff, do you go to the mountain?
I think recovering the staff is just the end of the game, and then there's a sequel done in exactly the same design. But you can
And
carry
do you
your
have
character.
access?
I do. Well, you can carry the same characters forward too, the victorious ones.
Oh, that's cool. I'm very impressed by that.
Now there is a third game, but it was not released for DOS, so we don't get that same privilege from 2 to 3, which makes it
What
not
did it
worth
come?
my while. But
What? Because there isn't the continuity, or you're like a DOS supremacist?
a little bit of both, honestly. I mean, I could rig up an Apple II or a Commodore emulator if I really wanted to, but I really don't want to. So
I suppose that is fair. If it's just gonna be this, I'm not the most engaged. It could be something to dip in and out of on low energy nights or nights where we can't think of anything else.
I was honestly just going to plow through this and the sequel myself if we were done after one session.
That works too.
Yeah, because I can find other stuff that's more engaging. I just wanted to pilot this and see how well it would go for for the concept of actually streaming a D&D thing. Like
I don't think it's a substitute for that at all. If that's what you are aiming for, this is not it.
No, I was aiming to see how it would work on this level, like how it would flow. I think I could certainly do the advanced D&D games. And we could have fun with it.
Thursdays do Baldur's Gate 3.
I mean, Rissa owns it, so by extension, I own it.
All right. Well, let's.
She tried to make it so by extension I would have access to that stuff, but Steam wouldn't allow it.
Why?
It apparently detected I don't actually live in your household.
Well then.
Oh, interesting.
Well then, I should not have been able to family status Blue, but I did, and she's got access to all my stuff.
Do any of you all have the secondary sign-in thing through the phone for extra security? Because if you don't, I do. Maybe that was a factor.
That could also be a factor, yeah.
That's possible.
I don't have two-factor authentic. It wants me to. God does it want me to, but I don't.
Right.
I only did it because someone tried to hack into my account.
I can see why that would prompt you to do so.
Yeah.
Do you have a VPN?
No. I should for reasons, but I can't afford one.
We do. I wonder if we set ours to closer to you, if we would be able to sneak under that.
Maybe. Oh, hey, someone's getting shot outside.
Like your actual house right now?
Well, someone's getting shot down the street, I assume, based on the gunshots.
God,
Amazing.
I hate this country. I hope they're okay.
All right, we can wrap up this session, get a little bit further, just for the sake of finishing the night. Because I mean, it's not a bad thing, you know.
The little teeny tiny room we just fought in. What's to the west of it?
Negative space. There's no door. At least not there.
Really? And not a secret wall?
There may be. Let me see.
Are the walls just that thick?
Well, let's try it.
A suspicious gazebo?
Yep.
Ooh, why don't we try this fight and then call it a night?
All right. Would you be terribly offended if I did plow ahead?
No.
Okay.
Dee, we were talking about how this doesn't feel necessarily like a more than one session thing. My suggestion was keeping it in the back pocket for nights where we can't think of anything else or are low energy, but Alpha would like to finish it himself, which I have no real problem with.
Yeah, what's your...
Unless you want to see how it ends.
I think my only request is if you see, like, one of us do some kind of big fucking damage number or some screenshot that shit, send it.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think I can give you that much. And I can certainly give you screenshots of the ending, or it's going to be recorded. So
you know I'm not going to watch that.
I can timestamp you to the last, like, 2 minutes of it.
That might get me to watch that.
Okay. Well, in the meantime, we've got 2 ogres.
So, the other really interesting thing that happened while you were gone is that, one, it took us for fucking ever to kill the pixies. But when we did, the unicorn had not unstunned, and it declared the battle to be over, and we walked away without engaging with the unicorn.
Oh, so if an enemy remains stunned at the end, it counts as a kill.
It seems that way?
It seems that way, but I'm not sure how much XP or money that unicorn would have been worth. So I don't know. All I know is we won, and I'm personally not happy about it because I like killing everything in sight. Anyway.
A murder!
Murder!
Yeah, like that. I just didn't feel like frying my voice to do the Shinji. I was kind of going for the Shinji impression, just not screaming.
Where's Silver when you need him?
I know exactly. Well, I was gonna say I know exactly where he is. I don't know exactly where he is. I know roughly where he is. He is somewhere in the state of Maryland.
Okay.
And he will be coming to my house late tonight.
Coming. Well, anyway. Would you like some...
I can't get used to the concept of how y'all have a bunch of big cities that close together on the coast and you just casually drive between them.
What made you think any of these things were big cities?
Bigger than mine.
I mean, I never go to my big city, so...
Is Richard in D.C.?
Wasn't Richard in D.C. at one point?
He was in a town in Virginia, and I don't know where in Maryland he is. I don't think it's Baltimore. I live in a farm town, and the town that he lives in is a suburb of New York City that is less than 6 square miles and probably has a population of around 7,000. So I don't know what big cities you think we're spending any time in, but I can assure you that nowhere is walkable. Richard just walks to things because he likes it.
All right, D and Mage are going after the...
walking to things. Okay.
D and Mage are going after the big one. I'm going after the small one. What do it?
I'm not very useful yet, so I guess pass.
Some real good hits going on here.
Oh yeah, wow, D just did work. Cool. There's a chance you guys could have this finished. I guess I'll cast Cure on Alpha. Well done.
Thank you. Alright, is that it then?
It's 9:30 and I'm feeling dozy. I think so.
Alright. For my own continuation purposes, I'm gonna go back to town.
What, for 1 HP or just to leave yourself somewhere?
So that I can properly save.
Ah.
Yeah, I may as well do the smart thing since I'm here and do this. Quit. Do not keep playing. Well, it was worth the pilot attempt, and I now know that I can confidently stream a much better D&D game, which is great for that little backlog I've got of stuff here. So let me actually drop that into this channel. So this is the collection I have on Steam that comprises pretty much every D&D game ever released for DOS, and the proper universes too, the Forgotten Realms, etc. So I got all these
Oh man,
thinking,
there are some of these that I want to like experience.
yeah, I got through
Oh,
all of these with the thought that I can go through them with somebody. I just didn't know who at that moment. But I have them
my
in
vote first, honestly, is Spelljammer,
Spelljammer.
all the way at the bottom.
Pirates of Realm Space. Cool.
I,
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever gotten to play in the Spelljammer world.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a spiritual sequel to Planescape Torment that had a Spelljammery kind of setting, and I enjoyed the absolute hell out of that game. I spent
Planescape
a
Torment.
huge amount of time not understanding what was going on, and I had a wonderful time.
Planescape Torment, huh?
So Planescape Torment was like a PC classic RPG. It's one of Richard's very favorite games. And it is now, by modern standards, incredibly difficult to play because the character creation is so obtuse and the UI is even worse. And that
I
this is the improved edition, so it used to be even worser.
I have had no exposure to this. I'm gonna have to check it out.
Um,
They've even got
if
their
you
own
haven't done
website
it
still.
and I haven't done it, then we should do it on stream.
Okay.
It's like a Baldur's Gate style game. You have a party and you walk up and attack things and you have stats like Baldur's Gate the originals, not the Larian one.
Unfortunately, she's not on Steam.
Who?
Planescape.
Yeah, she is. Planescape Torment? I know it because it's in my Steam library because Richard owns it.
I
I suppose they
wonder.
could have removed it.
Well, I have Duke Nukem Megaton Edition, and that's since been taken off the store.
Let me Planescape, Torment, Enhanced Edition.
Okay.
Planescape is all one word, does that help?
Yeah. It's not coming up.
Crazy. Store page. When I click store page, that it seems to exist. This is Steam you're looking on?
Yeah, I'm doing it by the search bar. Can you send the hard link?
Yes, I can. I don't know how to make this video stop playing. Please leave me alone. Okay,
throw it out the
there we
window.
go. Paste. Try that.
Oh, I was misspelling it. I was spelling it Plain like a grass field.
No, you are in fact escaping through planes of existence. That
Ah,
explains. That would do it though.
I see. Dungeons and Dragons Enhanced Classics. Do I not have these?
Are you still recording?
I am. Not that not that it matters. People can leave if they want.
They should, because I'm sure they're looking at a black screen.
They are. I mean, if they're that interested in
Awful.
listening to us talk about Planescape, I mean, good for them, but...
Then call the police. No one should be that interested in a bunch of people from New Jersey.
Call the police for a welfare check.
Yeah. Are you, citizen, okay? And
They live in America, probably. No, they're not okay.
yeah, and also leave us alone. We are not your friends.
I think I would be more interested in watching and participating because of my complete and utter lack of experience with it myself. And that's in contrast.
Yeah, I would absolutely play it.
And that's in contrast to anything under Forgotten Realms or Dragonlance, for which I do have some nostalgia for. So I think I'll sit on the commentary end of that if we do it.
Yeah, I want to have played this game. Let's put it that way.
All right.
And then if you like this, I would play Torment Tides of Numenera again. I had such a good time with that game.
Sure.
It's so pretty, and it is so expansive, and I liked the characters. And it's like the exact mix of sci-fi and magic that like really gets me. And it was really, I don't know, it's one of those settings that just like really sparks me, and I can't put my finger quite on why.
I mean, there are
I played an hour or so of Planescape, and was pretty sure I was starting to do it wrong.
Well, this time we'll do it right.
There's a lot of like dying and doing it again, like that's a mechanic in the game, but like, boy, they made it really clear that I needed to find some sort of journal, and I left without finding the journal, and I feel like I was about to set myself up for not getting very far. But I don't know if I want to do that right away. Do we have anything coming up that we had planned?
Not that I know of. I think we're pretty much open.
Where are we on Cabernet?
I don't remember.
You turned robot there.
Where are we on Cabernet?
I finished with streaming it with the other person, so...
Oh, okay.
How would you feel about revisiting it? What's your timeline of interest?
Give me, like, a week or two, and then I should be good.
No problem. Your refractory period may vary. I'm not not really in a hurry. Is it next week where I can't be here?
Next week
there is sometime soon.
Next week is the 3rd. Which is the day after my audition, so see where my mood is at that point. I won't
be here. I believe I am traveling.
Cool.
And then I'm here the week after, and I'm not here on the 17th.
Okay. So then we don't want to commit to anything big just yet then.
Indeed.
Cool.
I will say... I'm trying to figure out how many hours Cabernet averaged. I think me and Marley were doing 4-hour sessions each.
Gross.
So I think that was about 4, maximum 5 sessions.
Times 4. Oh, so 4 or 5 of our sessions, or 4 or 5 with you guys?
4 hours each session. So 4 or 5 4-hour sessions.
Which would take us twice as long.
So that's about 16 hours, which for
But
us
I
is about 8
benefit from some
sessions.
foreknowledge, so I can probably speed it up a little.
Yeah, it's true.
And I mean, I also don't know what my situation's going to be, provided my audition goes well, so.
It's true, they could assign you to Thursday nights.
And if they do, that's kind of the end of Alphawit Thursday.
Yeah, I mean,
Kinda bittersweet
for the
to think
foreseeable
about.
future.
Yeah.
It is.
But I mean,
I will start making more of an effort then to do Friday nights with the folks.
but I mean, whatever
That's part of the reason I
happens.
don't feel that much pressure.
I mean, whatever happens, I've had a hell of a time.
Yeah, I mean, you got a whole friend group out of it, so that's pretty cool.
I did. I'm very pleased with that.
And I got to meet your
I'll need
parents, so
to-
that was cool for me.
I'll need to figure out what I need to do about Fridays then, because normally I stream then, but I have no strong imperative to maintain that.
Well, I'm also.
Well, don't rearrange your whole life just yet, because we don't know exactly what he's going to be doing.
I'm also planning on having Uzi on Fridays for West of Loathing. He seemed pretty interested in being
Right,
one of the
but that's
voting
like-
committee. That's next week.
Anybody can watch and, weigh in, but might not get a final vote. It's almost like Jackbox style of like, you get to share your opinion, but it doesn't sway that much. Well, depending on the Jackbox game, sometimes it sways an enormous amount.
Well, I mean, the whole point of the voting committee that I wanted to actually commit to this was so that I always had 3 people that I knew would be there to vote. Anybody
Yeah.
else who comes in on any given week is a bonus. But yeah, right now that is Kuro, Blue, and Uzi as the main group. I would only tiebreak if I needed to because somebody really couldn't decide or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's coming up soon. I'm not recording that. That's just going to be a thing because I've already streamed both West and Shadows. There's really no
That
reason
is
for me
true.
to do it again. But yeah,
Yep.
think I've bored the idiots.
Alright, I
watching
won't
long
rearrange
enough.
my whole life just yet.
Okay. I will.
Indeed.
I will certainly let
am
everybody
going to crawl
know.
into bed.
Yeah, I'll certainly let everybody know once there is occasion to start shifting lives around. It's status
Yeah,
quo
I mean, I
until
can't
then.
wait to hear how you think it goes, and then whatever they tell you.
It's gonna be fun. I'm pretty
Yeah,
confident.
I'm sure
on,
you'll have a good time.
Yep. It's just a group audition on a hot microphone. I feel really comfortable with that. So.
Yeah, it's just whether or not they think you suit any of the bars that they work for.
Which I can easily gear myself toward. Like that's not a
That's true.
difficult
It's whether or
adjustment.
not they give you the chance to do it.
Yep.
And that's, I guess, on them and what their tolerance of someone finding their feet is.
True. All right. Well,
But I have no doubt of your skills as a performer.
thanks. Appreciate that.
Well, I've gotten to be the beneficiary of so many of them over the years, and the victim, of course.
I think victim's the better word for what we do here. I mean, just ask the viewers that
Some
you
of it,
constantly
I-
discourage.
Listen, if it was important to you, I'd tone it down a little.
I'm happy with how it's been, and how it should always be. But with that, I need dessert. So you fuckers out there, may your ears stay masculine.
And may you reach the moon.
Good night.